I am jazzed today because it's playoff season for the Blazers. Yay. We're stoked. We're excited. They made it in. It was through the bubble. And you know who led the way? Damian Lillard and Nurk. Nurk was back. You may not be a basketball fan. We're a basketball fan. And I've always been a sports fan. I remember sitting on the couch watching football with my dad and building things and watching the Sonics, because I'm from Seattle, obviously Seahawks and the Sonics. But now I'm a Blazers fan, and true and true, we hardly miss a game. We might record it and zoom through all the commercials, and if there's a ton of free throws in the game, because it gets boring. But what I want to talk about today is leaders, business leaders, and basketball, because they are leaders. There's a leader on every team, and there's something about them, something that sometimes they rally up the troops, and sometimes they know it's up to them to get 60 points in a game. Yes, thank you, Damian. And you rally the troops and you see what happens, but it might be you in the end. So let's talk about the four components that I see leaders in business having and on the court. It's be accountable, encourage self-motivation, promote a good work ethic, and be flexible. Boy, are we playing and be flexible this week. But number one, be accountable. Be accountable to yourself. That's where accountability comes in. It's for yourself. Own your mistakes. And, maybe you are leading the team, and as the head coach, you might need to recognize other people's mistakes. You want to respect them, but address them. Respect them, but address whatever issue it is that's going on. Or it might be praising them, because give them a high five that they made a good pass, or that they took on the big picture and said, okay, I could drive and cut and do a reverse back end, or I could draw the double team and shoot the ball out so my buddy can score in the quarter. Thank you, CJ or Carmelo. So, it's really seeing the whole picture, taking accountability for your mistakes, or if it's somebody else's mistake, address them respectfully in a timely manner, because you only have 4 quarters to win a basketball game. So the next piece is encourage self-motivation. As a leader, you really want your individuals on the team to really step up their game throughout the year, not only during the game, but in practices, in conditioning, in nutrition. The night before, are they sleeping or are they out and partying? I'm sure in the bubble during this reset that it's been a little more confined. Anyway, so encourage self-motivation. What is their internal desire? Is it to win? Because that's who you want on your team. People who are internally wanting to win. And that's up to you as a leader, is to create that environment around you and recruiting the people that are going to bring alive. Because you can recruit talent. I'm kind of jumping ahead of myself. But you can't necessarily teach attitude. You can teach your program, your systems, but it's really hard to promote the attitude. You can create the environment and the feedback, but if they're not playing that internal self-motivation game, then it's going to be a lot harder on you. And wouldn't it be nice to focus on the vision rather than micromanaging your team? I mean, honestly, that's one of the reasons why I moved on into this career, is because I don't want to be micromanaged. I have my bigger vision. So the next thing you want to do is promote good work ethic. That's what leaders in basketball do, and leaders in business. So let's say that is what I was talking about, is that recruiting. Who are you surrounding in your team? And do they have that same drive, work ethic? Are they playing not to fail, or are they playing to be the champions, the national champions, the NBA playoff conference title? I mean, what's in their game? What's in their DNA? Where's their attitude? Attitude check. Not only look for that great talent and what they've accomplished, but what's their attitude? Are they looking to aspire to becoming more? Looking to have more in their life and inspiring the people, their clients, their team members to have more for themselves? I mean, that's what we talked about yesterday. What is that perfect day look like for you? And how intentional are you in creating that? How intentional are you in promoting good work ethic and bringing people around you that are also vision thinkers that can do the hard work, because that's where we grow. So we talked about being accountable, having that ways to encourage self-motivation. How are you doing that as a head coach, as a leader, as the team, as the guy that sits on the bench and steps up when somebody gets hurt? I mean, it's being flexible and knowing that you have a good work ethic and people that will step up when you're just not having a rockin' day, or will bring you up to wherever that is. And that's being flexible, dealing with unexpected challenges, because those come up in business. They come up on the basketball court if somebody gets hurt or is just not in the groove, and still feeding them the ball, because the likelihood is that they will shoot and make it at some point, because they are all-stars. They have made it to this level of conference playoffs. Go Blazers. So once again, align yourself with what your goal is, but be able to adapt to the circumstances, and be able to quickly, it's okay to be frustrated, but having the tools to have that only last for a minute, whether you call it your reset, your resilience, your ability to identify your emotions and get back in the game. Because in the game is where the action is. That's where the fun is. That's where I'm getting chills, is being in the game, being part of what's going on around you. And if it's not working your way, you adapt and you find a way to make it happen, because that's what winners do. And they also know when it's time just to call a timeout. A timeout, for lunch, a timeout just to go for a walk because, you have all this pent up because it didn't go your way. It's okay to identify that happened, but be able to reset, take a quick timeout, a 30-second, a minute, or maybe you need a vacation to just reset and break away from all that's going on. So have the ability to give yourself a little bit of a time out when you need it. And then remain calm and carry on. So we're really excited. Go Blazers, beat the Lakers, and keep going. And I want you to keep going and be aware of how you're being accountable to yourself. Where is your self-motivation internally? And do you give yourself an A when it comes to your work ethic? Are you consistently working on generating income ideas and activities that are really going to move you and your business forward? And then be flexible. If your intentions for the day and the intentions for your moment aren't really happening. Hi, Robin. Thanks for joining me. Be the leader that you can be in your business, and good things will happen. So go generate the life and business you desire, and join me again tomorrow, where I will talk on another leadership inspiring topic. Take care, and go Blazers once again.